The Bowling Green Assembly Plant Update from September 15th, 2022.
So, we've been keeping a secret.
Yes, the Corvette plant and the National Corvette Museum has been keeping a secret for about the last month. I filtered down this video from the National Corvette Museum to give you what you want as fast as possible. Here we go. Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome to Road Odyssey. I am Burke, and I really do hope all you wonderful C8 people and Corvette fans out there are doing great. Please subscribe down below. I would appreciate that very much. In this video, I talk about the Bowling Green Assembly Plant Update that was just released on the 15th. Now, in this video, they go over quite a bit of trivia off and on, so that was pretty fun. Learned a few things. The second thing I thought was really politically important. They compared producing the Stingray to the Z06 and how much resource it takes in order to build a Z06. Now, the reason why I say this is kind of politically motivated maybe is, well, maybe marketing motivated as well, is because the Z06 is having such great difficulties getting produced, as well as the Stingray. Well, they kind of build layer upon layer of why it is so hard to build a C8 Corvette. And they really kind of knock it out of the park. They give a lot of good justification as to why this car is so hard to just crank out. The Z06 is just a huge project. So, it's justifiable that it is difficult to get these cars made quickly for the huge demand that's out there. Moving on, they get into the plant tours. They will be starting up again in November. So that's fantastic news. They begin talking about that about 12 and a half minutes into the video. And then towards the very end, about 31 minutes into the video, something that's very cool, they have a dedicated compartment or area for building your own engine. So that is going or will be. So really, really cool stuff. If you want to build your own engine, fantastic. So then after that, they had the Q&A session. So I've been talking plenty about what's going on here. So let's get into it. This update was about 31 minutes long. I'm going to try to narrow it down to about 10 minutes. It only took Kai about 3 minutes and 31 seconds to get to this slide. In this brief segment, I believe Kai is trying to relate to all of us, whether it's political or marketing motivated, why the plant cannot consistently on a day-by-day basis produce these Corvettes. With all the allocation issues, flipping, constraints, etc., all the soap opera that's going on, this, I believe, was a very key segment in telling us this is an extremely complex situation and that we all need to just go with the flow, relax, and let the plant do the best that they can and just be nice. Kai spent about 8 minutes on that explanation, and then 11 minutes into the video, he moves into this. The last year for public tours, 2017. So the secret is, after 5 years, the plant tours are resuming, and this is all because probably the development of the C8 Corvette and then all the remarkable and interesting things related to the Z06. Kai was very happy to explain that there is more to show, more to see, and more to love about the plant tours. They are going to take you through, not just a few points of interest. Looky here, there are at least 11 points of interest. It is fantastic. I am going to quickly buzz through some of the plant video clips that he provided for us. The videos begin with the trim and IP operations, and the conveyor is from the C7 time period. It's coming down out of what Kai said was quote unquote the sky, the body shop, down to trim. And in trim, they're putting all the parts into the car. Next, he talked about the AGCs, windshield install, and the PBC. And really, you see mainly in the video the windshield installation. The PBC, the engine building, is not part of the tour. This clip is at the marriage location. It is what Kai said was quote unquote the most spectacular part of the tour. It is where the body and the chassis come together, get bolted together. Now the chassis arrives on one of the AGCs, so it's kind of neat to see all this stuff all timed and synchronized together. So you should, in theory, really enjoy this part of the tour. This clip is related to the body shop. He first shows painted fascias on racks that had come from the paint department, and now they are in the body shop waiting to be utilized. Then the next clip is a door that's going to the door assembly area. The paint shop is a 2-level shop, and here we're seeing parts on racks. They come down with freshly painted parts off to their final location for use. This portion of the tour is taking you through what they call the skillet. It is where the car is closer to completion. Here, they take body panels such as fenders, and all of that is installed, making the car look more complete. This is a very late part of the process in order to install the panels, which in turn protects them more from any problems that could have occurred previously in the assembly of the car. Then they take you to the general assembly area, and here you can see the two sides of the conveyor. You'll move over to the end of the skillet, which is where the car is taken to this blue platform. And actually, there's been a lot of photographs in this little area, but the Corvette is becoming much more finished. The 9th portion of the tour is Chassis 3. This is where they're putting on the wheels and tires and then moving to filling all the fluids. And then you'll move to the final line. This is the 10th place for viewing. And this is the second conveyor dating back to the C7s, taking the cars up to the very end of the line. And you're probably going to have some double checking of the specs of the car matching the customer's specs. Probably a portion or a start of some quality control as well. You will finish up at the water test. So no video clip for this, but let's move on. This last piece of news is about building your own engine, BYOE. This is for the LT6, and they expect to begin allowing customers to build their own engine the second quarter of 2023. And Kai said this is a huge challenge. Well, it's a complex engine, and there's a lot, to be appreciated for this sort of activity. Now, this is going to be in a dedicated, single area, segregated from the plant lines of building any other engines. So basically, you won't be in the way of other people. But anyway, this is really a fantastic idea, and I really hope it works out for GM, the Corvette plant, and anybody that builds their own engine. All right, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And again, please subscribe. That really helps. Give your comments. That helps as well for me to get feedback from y'all and know if I'm doing at least a decent job of relating information to you guys and gals. So with that, I just hope you enjoyed it. So relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.